Hi everyone, it's me, Chandra Free. I am half of Machina Corpse. I'm Spooky Chan, I'm whatever Chan. Today I'm talking about fan art. The importance of fan art. And, it's not a dirty word anymore. Well, maybe in circles it still is, but I'm going to tell you why it's actually good. And my perspective of how it's helped me. So first off, fan art. What is it? It's basically creating artwork based on your favorite franchise. Whether that be Venture Brothers in my case, or say Disney or Marvel or DC or any of those big things. We sometimes gravitate towards drawing these things because they inspire us. They enlighten us. Well, maybe not enlighten, but they really do have one of those je ne sais quoi. Like when I first saw the Venture Brothers, I was like, this is amazing. This reminds me of my artwork. This reminds me of something that I identify with. A strange 40-something-year-old man who has a pill addiction and 2 sons? I don't know. It's cool. But even if we aren't our favorite things, because we all want to be something greater than we are. Well, sometimes we are pretty great. Don't forget that. There's just something about the mystical, the magical, the whimsical, and the funny that really gets to us. And so I think fan art is our way of appreciating the things that we really love and really enjoy. So my personal story with fan art is all over the place. I mean, as a kid, you usually start off doing fan art because you don't have your own characters just yet. So, I used to do Disney, I used to do Warner Brothers, and when I got older, Gargoyles, all that stuff. And also anime, when that came into the scene in the 90s. Well, it started infiltrating a little bit deeper than it had been previous years. But with all that, I really enjoyed learning from what I saw and translating that into something really cool. Now, let's flash forward to 2004. Venture Brothers is out, and I'm one of the first people out of the gate doing Venture Brothers fan art. There's probably about 10 of us, right, at this point. Just doing Rusty's work. Rusty. So pretty much I did Dr. Venture as my first one. Then I did Dr. O and then Dr. Girlfriend. And this led me to actually meeting Doc Hammer online on DeviantArt. We'd get to start having a friendship, and I got to meet Jackson Public, Chris McCulloch, whichever you want to call him, and even James Urbaniak through my artwork. It was my way of appreciating what they were doing for us through my own artistic lens. It gained me an interesting fan base, so much so that my fan base from my Venture Brothers stuff also bled over into my God Machine stuff. There was this whole bleed over type thing. It's a good way to get yourself out there, especially if it's a niche thing like Venture Brothers. It's easier to be seen than, say, Baby Yoda, which Baby Yoda was absolutely popular. Everyone was doing fan art of Baby Yoda, and this can be to your advantage and also to your disadvantage. Now, it's memes, it's pop culture, it's all these things. So I was doing Venture Brothers stuff, and of course I was the only one out there doing it, except for the other people, like I said. And that really gained a niche audience for God Machine and for me, and people just loved what I did. And I made long-lasting friendships from the people who worked on the show to my lovely best friends that I've had in my life since that moment, since 2004, I've gained so many friends, so many relationships, and and a fan base that I absolutely adore. And that's 2004 when that happened. One of the cool things also about doing fan art of the Venture Brothers is that it gained me 2 bumps, as they used to call them. James Urbaniak used to call me Spooky Bumps Chan. James. So James called me Spooky Bumps Chan because I was a bumper, or whatever you want to call it, on Adult Swim during the rebroadcast editions of season 2 of Venture Brothers, and I forget the other one. I had 2 of them. One featured my artwork of various characters, and the other one just featured Killinger. And apparently some people knew who I was through the message boards and assembled that and surprised the heck out of me. I was screaming. It was a delight. But let's get back on the topic. So there are challenges that come by. These memes, these things that, like say 6 fan art challenge, which gets you like motivated to do these things, and other like memes and whatnot online, and this just kind of gains you a little bit more of an interactivity with, say, people. Like, say, 6 fan art is give me a character, pick a character for me to draw, and I'll do it in one of these little six panel bracket. And pretty much you get interaction from that, and people love to see these little things. But there's also the thing about doing these memes, like say an October meme or drawing challenge, say like Corpsetober from yours truly, or ours truly, I don't know how you say it, from Machina Corpse. We did a thing where it was a prompt for every day of October leading up to Halloween of various spooky things. We did that for about two years. That was really fun. We might bring it back. But it was really cool prompts, but it was like some way to kind of, what's the word, experiment and play with all these different ideas that, you know, we don't typically do in our everyday work, that we just kind of play in styles and whatnot, and with fan art and all the various different things that we just absolutely love that we used to do as a child. You know, some of us grew up drawing, and it just kind of takes us back to like those carefree moments where it wasn't a job. And there's something kind of fun about that. And I mean, going forward, like fan art to me is having fun and playing in somebody else's sandbox for a little bit, outside of my worlds, outside of doing stuff that, you know, I'm doing for other clientele and whatnot. But I get to do something for myself that just, you know, sparks my energy and sparks that creative bug that I've just been missing. One of the other creative things that we did was Workroom 180, which was doing the drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race. Every single drag queen from season 1 to, I think it was season 14. Daya Betty was the last queen on that list. And I didn't get to do all of it because much like all of these things, like you have a job to do, right? So job, money, all that takes more importance than, say, doing some fan art of some awesome queens. But for what I did, I had so much fun because what I was doing was like practicing with like poses that I hadn't done and looking from real life like photographs and stuff like that and getting inspired, and also looking at bone structure and makeup and all this other stuff that kind of like inspires and also helps informs what I'm doing in my own work. So it's kind of like it's brain candy in a lot of ways, but like maybe it's brain broccoli where it's nourishing you and it's helping you like get your juices flowing and how you're doing things and how you're processing all these different like art techniques and all these different styles and different types of people. It's fan art. It's fan art. This is what, you know, or livelihoods are built on is from building blocks of like doing stuff that we absolutely enjoy. So here's our practical application of fan art. Fan art can be used very calculating sometimes, if you go by this kind of logic. I mean, it can be still nourishing to yourself, but it can also be a way of generating traffic and also more of an audience. A diverse audience. Maybe it's an audience that mirrors your own project. Like say, I'm just gonna spitball here. So I'm doing God Machine. Maybe I do fan art of Susie from Susie and the Banshees. Maybe they'll gain me Susie fans who love goth culture, you know, stuff like that. But like if you're doing a sci-fi comic that features cute things, maybe you want to do Baby Yoda. I mean, it's a little passe at this point, but I mean, everyone loves Baby Yoda. Yes, I'm blanking on his name. Yes, I didn't watch it. Was it because of the hype? Perhaps. You did this. All of you did this. I'm kidding. I watch nothing these days. That's its own video. Trending topics. What's popular right now? What's the latest Star Wars? Right now, X-Men is really hot. X-Men 97. Everybody's drawing Gambit in the crop top. Like, that's pretty fucking cool. Weird, but okay. But there's a lot of controversy around that, right? I mean, 90s guys wore crop tops like that. It's absolutely true. Don't know why that was a thing, but it is. And people have done things that are like just sexy Gambit. Sexy Gambit, that's the new Baby Yoda. But no, I'm serious. Like, when we look at these things, we want to see what's trending, what's going right, and like maybe you are seeing something that somebody else is connecting with. You could always do some kind of niche artwork for some new property that's coming out, and you could do the same thing that I did with my Venture Brothers fan art and gain an audience from the ground up. Or you can take an interesting spin on any kind of thing. Maybe, what else can Gambit wear? You're welcome. I don't expect that to be good. But what I'm saying is, have fun with it. Twist the expectations of the audience who's looking for this stuff right now. They're searching those keywords, that metadata, those good little things on Instagram and TikTok and whatnot. They're looking for this stuff. They want to see what you have to say and what you want to show. So I fully encourage, you know, if you want to cross-pollinate your audience with another franchise, you know, do it. But do this with sincerity. Everyone can see past a charlatan, a person who's just trying to get the coin. I mean, there's so many people that do that and also just want to be a part of it. But what I'm saying to you is do it better than the others. Love what you do. Go back to that old childhood. Nurture that childhood. That kid inside you. The one that started drawing when they were so young, or when they were just starting out drawing. Because we all started as fan artists, usually. Like, I would say probably 95% of us were fan artists at one point in time. So, I say have fun with it. Do what you can to cross-pollinate your groups and just like have fun. Play around in styles. Do what you can that's so different, and you know, maybe it's Venture Brothers, maybe it's drag queens, maybe it's Dragula, maybe it's, you know, Hannibal Lecter from the NBC show. You know, there's all sorts of different things you can do and be a part of. And also the communities are so nurturing sometimes that you can meet other people that are like-minded and possibly cross-pollinate. That's what we're going to leave here with today. I hope you really enjoyed this. Please like, comment, and subscribe to Machina Corpse. And please find me at Spooky Chan or at Chandra Free on TikTok. I don't know. But See you out there and have fun. See ya, spookies.